physical signs that God is talking to you and you're ignoring them. The message you've been ignoring. Have you ever felt a pain that no doctor could explain? A sudden wave of exhaustion that made no sense? Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night, your heart pounding, your mind racing, and you didn't know why? What if I told you it's not random? What if I told you that pain, that fatigue, that unexplained feeling deep in your gut, it's not just your body acting up, it's God speaking, calling you, shaking you awake before it's too late. Most people miss the signs. They brush them off, numb them, ignore them, and then they wonder why life feels heavy, why peace feels out of reach, why no matter what they do, something feels wrong. But you're here now, and that means you're ready to listen, ready to see what you've been blind to. Because if you don't, the signs will only get louder. Are you ready? Because once you hear this, you won't be able to ignore it anymore. Chapter 1. The painful wake-up call. What if I told you that the pain you feel isn't random? That the discomfort in your body, the exhaustion in your bones, and the heaviness in your chest might not be just physical symptoms, but divine messages? Think about it. Have you ever felt a sudden pain that had no logical explanation? A deep fatigue that rest couldn't fix? A headache that wouldn't go away? What if these aren't just signals from your body, but warnings from God? God speaks in many ways, but when we ignore the whispers, He uses something we cannot overlook, our own bodies. The problem is, most people dismiss the signs. They push through the discomfort, medicate the pain, and silence the very thing meant to wake them up. And that's why you're here, because deep down, you feel it. Something isn't right. Something is calling you. But what is it? And what happens if you keep ignoring it? What if God is speaking and you're just not listening? Chapter 2. The restless nights that won't let you go. It always happens when you least expect it. You're exhausted, drained, desperate for sleep. But just as your body begins to relax, something stirs inside you. Your eyes snap open. The clock mocks you. 2:43 a.m., 3:15 a.m., 4:07 a.m. Why can't you rest? Because your soul is unsettled. God is trying to reach you in the silence of the night, when the distractions are gone. And He won't let you sleep until you listen. There's something unresolved, a decision you're avoiding, a truth you don't want to face. And until you do, sleep will not come. So stop running. Be still. Ask yourself, what is God trying to show me? Because until you confront it, the nights will keep pulling you awake. Chapter 3. The unbearable weight of exhaustion. You wake up tired. You go to bed tired. No matter how much you rest, you feel drained. Doctors say you're fine. You eat well, exercise, but nothing helps. This is not normal fatigue. This is spiritual exhaustion. You are carrying something too heavy for your soul. You are resisting a path you were meant to take, and your body feels it. The longer you resist, the heavier it gets. Maybe it's a calling you're avoiding. Maybe it's a truth you don't want to face. Whatever it is, the weight won't leave until you surrender, until you let go of what no longer serves you. Because when you step into alignment with God's plan, the burden lifts, and suddenly you can breathe again. Chapter 4. The headaches that demand attention. It starts as pressure, like a hand gripping your skull. It builds, spreading across your temples, tightening behind your eyes. You tell yourself it's stress, but deep down, you know better. This is not just a headache. This is resistance. When God is speaking and you ignore Him, the tension builds. Your spirit is at war with your choices. and your body is caught in the middle. The longer you resist, the worse it gets. Think of Jonah. He ran from God, and a storm followed him. Some storms come from the outside, but others, like this one, rage inside of you. The question is, how long will you fight before you finally listen? Chapter 5. The loss of appetite that signals a shift. You sit down to eat, but something isn't right. The food is in front of you, but your body rejects it. You're not sick, but you have no desire to eat. This isn't a diet. This isn't a phase. This is a spiritual shift. Sometimes God strips away distractions, including the comfort of food, so you can focus. Fasting isn't always intentional. Sometimes your spirit knows before your mind does. God is calling you into something deeper, something greater, and until you seek it, the hunger won't return. Chapter 6. The tears that fall without reason. You're fine until you're not. You're standing in line, driving your car, doing something ordinary, when suddenly tears well up in your eyes. No warning, no explanation, just a deep, unshakable emotion that refuses to be ignored. This is not just sadness. This is release. God speaks through emotion when words fail, when your heart is too full, too heavy, too burdened to carry it any longer. The tears are not weakness. They are a message. You have been holding on to something too long, and now it's time to let go. Chapter 7. The mysterious aches that refuse to leave. Have you ever felt a pain with no explanation? A stabbing in your back, a weight in your chest, a heaviness in your shoulders? The doctors find nothing, but the pain remains. This is not just physical. This is spiritual. Your body holds on to the things your soul refuses to release. Unforgiveness, fear, a calling ignored. These things manifest as pain. God is using your body to get your attention, because if you won't listen to the whispers, He will make sure you hear the shouts. The question is, will you finally listen? What to do if you experience these signs? If you recognize these signs in your life, it means God is calling you into something deeper. So what should you do next? Pause and reflect. Don't ignore these signs. Take time to sit in silence, pray, and ask God what He's trying to tell you. Surrender the resistance. If you've been running from something, stop. Surrender your fears, your doubts, and your plans to God. Repent and realign. Sometimes these signs come because we've strayed from the path God set for us. Acknowledge where you've gone wrong and make a commitment to realign with His will. Fast and pray. If your appetite has faded, perhaps God is calling you into a fast. Use this time to seek Him with all your heart. Release the burdens. Let go of resentment, guilt, and past mistakes. Unforgiveness can manifest physically, and only by releasing it can you find peace. Listen and obey. God doesn't just want to talk to you, He wants you to act. Whatever He is calling you to do, take that step of faith. Seek wise counsel. Sometimes we need guidance. Find a mentor, pastor, or spiritual advisor to help you navigate God's message. Final conclusion. The decision is yours. God doesn't stop speaking just because we refuse to listen. He only speaks louder. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign. Maybe you've been asking for proof. But what if the proof has been inside you all along? Every ache, every restless night, every unshakable feeling has been God's way of reaching out to you. He isn't punishing you. He's guiding you. But guidance only works when we're willing to follow. So the real question is,